I think I ruined my relationship with my soulmate. I'm writing this because I need to get it off my chest. I feel hopeless. I feel like I don't deserve to be here. My heart is shattered, and my mind keeps telling me I'll never get her back, that I ruined everything. I'm 25 years old. She's 29. We met 3 years ago on an app for people trying to get sober. We were both struggling with cocaine. I didn't expect anything that night, just wanted to talk to someone who understood. But we ended up talking for hours. That one conversation turned into something I never expected. Maybe the most beautiful connection I'll ever have. Back then, she was engaged. I was caught up in a messy situationship. So it started out innocent. Just two people talking once a week, helping each other stay clean. We understood each other better than anyone else ever did. We both needed someone, and we were that person for each other. As time passed, I got into a relationship. My girlfriend hated that I still talked to another woman, even though it was just support and friendship. I had poor boundaries. I should have stood up for what was important to me, but I didn't. And because of that, me and her stopped talking for 2 months. But I couldn't stop thinking about her. When that relationship ended, I messaged her again. I missed her like crazy. She missed me too. It was March 2023 when she welcomed me back into her life. No judgment, no anger. From there, things got intense. We went from talking once a week to all day, every day. She was there for me through everything. My addiction, my heartbreak, even when my ex had an abortion. She was the only one who never judged me. She became the best part of my day. Her engagement was falling apart slowly. After 6 months of growing so close, I realized I was falling for her. Hard. I hadn't even seen her in person. I only knew her voice and heart. I wasn't trying to fall in love. It just happened. I told her. I said, I think I'm falling in love with my best friend. She didn't reject me. She didn't make me feel weird. She just listened. She was honest about being loyal, and I respected that. She had a lot going on in her life, but we kept supporting each other. Then one night, around 2 a.m., I got a call from her. She was crying. She said, I love you, I don't know what to do. I sat there in complete shock. My heart was pounding. We both felt the same way, but she was engaged. We lived 3,000 miles apart and we'd never met. Still, we stayed the same. Didn't flirt, didn't cross any lines, just stayed close. But on August 17, 2023, I made a choice. I rented a car and drove from Pittsburgh to Sacramento. Over 2,600 miles, 35 hours. I cried during the drive, feeling every emotion at once: hope, fear, excitement. When I got there, I saw her for the first time. She ran toward me, wrapped her arms around me, and gave me the best hug of my life. The second I saw her, I knew this was real. That love at first sight feeling? Yeah, it's real. We only had 15 minutes together before she had to go to work, but I was already the happiest man on earth. Later that night, we walked around a small shopping center, just smiling and hugging nonstop. We couldn't believe it. We were finally together. We ended up at a bar, nervous as hell. 2 kids scared of breaking what we had. A few drinks helped, and after hours of smiling and realizing how real our bond was, we kissed. Then we made love. But during it, she started crying and asked me to stop. So I did. I held her, told her it was okay, that I respected her. She trusted me even more after that. We kept going, and it was the most intimate moment I've ever had. I'll never forget it. The next day, she was full of guilt. Things were rough, but we kept seeing each other that week. We couldn't stop loving each other even when we weren't supposed to. We went to Lake Tahoe. I took our first photo together, me kissing her cheek. I'm looking at that photo right now. It was pure joy. When I left, she told her fiancé. Things got ugly. But I decided to move to California. From August 2023 to January 2024, things were a mess, on and off. So in love, but stuck between wanting something real and dealing with guilt. She didn't know what to do. I didn't either. But I stayed. Even when I was homeless, I stayed. I just wanted to be near her. Eventually, I had to fly back to Pennsylvania. We kept talking every day. We were both broken. She ended her engagement in March. In April, I flew back for her birthday. It was the first time she was truly single. I decorated everything: candles, flowers, balloons. She picked me up from the airport and kissed me the second she saw me. It was magic. That weekend was perfect. In June, she came to Pittsburgh. I showed her my childhood home, introduced her to my family. I gave her a promise ring and asked her to be my girlfriend. She smiled and said yes. I moved to California in August 2024. We finally had the life we dreamed about. Her family started accepting me, despite how things began. I had her. And for the first time I thought, maybe I can beat my addiction. But I was wrong. I was still dealing with a court case, worried I might go to jail. I used that as an excuse to keep using. I relapsed. I kept it hidden. I was scared she'd leave me if she found out. From October to May, things fell apart. I lied. I used behind her back. I cried when she wasn't home. I hated myself. Christmas came, we spoiled each other. In January, we got our first apartment, but I had no job. I'm a felon, and it's hard to get work. But she never looked down on me. I got a job offer from a dealership, $46/hour. We were both relieved, but it fell through. I didn't know how to tell her, so I got high instead. Then I lied and said I still had the job. I kept lying. Told her the company went bankrupt. Said I was suing them. It went on for months, and I knew I was ruining everything. I knew she'd leave if the truth came out, but I couldn't stop lying. I wanted to fix it, to make the money back, to not hurt her anymore. But I was too deep. 3 days ago, she found out everything. She knows about all the lies. She told me she still loves me, but she can never be with me again. I'm writing this from a hotel room, waiting for a flight back to Pittsburgh. I don't know if I'll ever see her again. My heart is broken in a way I didn't know was possible. I'm scared. I feel lost. She told me if I love her, I'd fight for her family's trust, and I want to. I'd go to the ends of the earth for her. But I don't know how to make things right. I don't know how to live with what I've done. We talked about getting married every week. I thought I'd be proposing by the end of this year, and now everything's gone. She was always supportive, always there, always loving me for who I was, even at my worst. Her family loved me too. They were ready to make me part of their lives. She tried to get me into therapy. I went for 4 months, but I wasn't really trying. I kept using. I was full of guilt, full of lies. This woman loved me in the purest way. I will never say a single bad thing about her or her family. They were amazing. She was amazing. And I destroyed it. So now I ask, am I a monster for still wanting to beg for forgiveness? Am I crazy for wanting her back after everything I did? I know it was my fault. I knew this day would come, and I still couldn't stop myself. If you read all this, thank you. I don't expect answers. I just needed to say it all. I'm lost. And I just want to know, is it too late?